I know what it won't. 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 I know.
Alright, we're doing the audio test again. Right here. Man. Alright, we're doing the audio test again. Sweet. Right. Welcome, chili heads, to another episode of AhmLit Conspiracies. I figured this one would be pretty cool because I get to test out the earbuds. I don't know why I haven't used these. Now that I figured out how to use the program. But yes, Woodward TV. I've followed him for a couple years now. He is a pretty cool dude. Y'all should give him a follow. I'll put a link in here. I'll get better at the YouTube thing. We will see. We'll probably get that real good. I forgot to take Gracie's thing off. So, what I figured to make it spirituality through capsaicin is I'd eat one of these peppers. It's coming towards end. They're soft. We'll try this, the Prima Tali chocolate. That's a good one to try, isn't it? Yes, these are from the Linda's Fiery Treats box. Like I said, they're not looking very good. but they're pretty good there. I'm going to save these seeds, grow some of them next year, since she grows good. I should have dunked it in some Mark and Jennifer. Mark grew them and Jennifer, she made it. I should have dunked some of this in there. But I do got to be careful. I didn't prep very good. She grows. I will say this keeps the CPU down a little bit, so that's a good thing. I'm not dropping. Well, chocolate primatale. But yes, the main thing is to chew it up. So let's get out of performance mode to make sure that forgive me. Here we go.
I have a question. How many of you have heard of Project Bluebeam? Of those of you who have, how many of you know what Project Bluebeam is? Well, let's go slow. There's Project Bluebeam and there's Project Blue Book. Now, it's very important not to confuse the two because one of them was a real government project and the other was not. Project Blue Book was the Air Force name for a project that investigated UFO reports between 1947 and 1969. Project Blue Beam was a hypothetical scenario or a theory describing a government conspiracy. I think what has happened is that over time, these two projects begin to overlap in people's minds. And so many people may think that Project Bluebeam was an officially documented classified government project. In reality, Project Bluebeam is just an idea, a theory. I don't think it's a bad theory, but it is a theory nevertheless. The reason I bring this up is because lately people have been talking about it. People have been sending me messages, short form videos, and comments mentioning Project Bluebeam. So maybe this is a good time to discuss it. I want to talk about Project Bluebeam and Project Blue Book so that we all have a much clearer and better understanding of both, so that there is no confusion about this,
Forgive me.
and so we don't get lost in the theories associated.
I guess I was wrong on
Because
the size.
it has gotten to the point where people who are familiar and with everything that has been happening in our world today, I don't blame them. I've seen people associate Project Bluebeam with these drone sightings, which has become a worldwide phenomenon. Now, I don't believe these drones have anything to do with alien beings, and even if they did, why in the world would they go to Jersey?
Sound quality of these are way better. Oh, dude, no way.
U.S. Air Force fact sheet concerning UFOs and Project Blue Book. On December 17, 1969, the Secretary of the Air Force announced the termination of Project Blue Book, the Air Force program for the investigation of UFOs. From 1947 to 1969, a total of 12,618 sightings were reported to Project Blue Book. Of these, 701 remain unidentified. The project was headquartered at Wright-Patterson
Ohio.
Air Force Base, whose personnel no longer receive, document, or investigate UFO reports. The decision to discontinue UFO investigations was based on an evaluation of a report prepared by the University of Colorado entitled Scientific Study of Unidentified Flying Objects. A review of the University of Colorado's report by the National Academy of Sciences, Past UFO Studies in Air Force Experience Investigating UFO Reports during the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
So we had a chocolate prima
As a result
tally
of these
for those
investigations and
joining.
studies and experience gained from investigating UFO reports since 1948, the conclusions of Project Blue Book are: number one, no UFO reported, investigated, and evaluated by the Air Force has ever given any indication of threat to our national security. Number two, there has been no evidence submitted to or discovered by the Air Force that sightings categorized as unidentified represent technological developments or principles beyond the range of present-day
I'm crying
scientific
like a baby.
knowledge. And number three, there has been no evidence indicating that sightings categorized as unidentified are extraterrestrial vehicles. Okay, so that's Project Blue Book. Now, Project Blue Beam is a theory that there may be a secret plan by powerful organizations or governments to establish a global regime by faking a religious or extraterrestrial event using advanced technology. Now, this theory came around in the 1990s,
Kind
presented
of like
by
these earbuds.
Sergei Manas, who was a Canadian journalist. And he claimed that this operation's focus would be deceiving humanity. The information that comes from Manas comes from the books he's written.
My
And
mouth
based on
is
those
on
writings,
fire.
Project Bluebeam comes in the form of 4 stages. The first step, or stage, involves rewriting all established archaeological and religious knowledge. And it starts with earthquakes being created at specific locations around the world. Now, these earthquakes of the movement of the ground are set up to uncover new discoveries that would rewrite the basic doctrines of major world religions. The purpose would be to convince people that were misunderstood or misinterpreted. Manas suggested that psychological preparation for this already began through popular media. So these earthquakes would occur in regions that are associated with archaeological and religious teachings, uncovering ancient secrets. Now, this first stage, in my opinion, is very specific, but it doesn't seem reasonable. That's to assume that
I'm gonna try
people
something
would
after
be
this
so
video.
willing just to give up on their faith,
I'm gonna try flipping this.
especially based on some archaeological find. That's just not going to be enough. The second stage of Project Bluebeam involves a psychological operation using advanced technology to project holographic images in the sky. And these projections would simulate a global event with the appearance of religious figures or deities tailored to each region's faith. There is the use of holographic satellites, which would project these images worldwide, synchronized with sophisticated audio technology capable of simulating the voices of the deities, speaking directly to individuals in their language. Now, this is the stage that most people refer to when it comes to Bluebeam, and that's the fake alien invasion. Manas implies if that is successful, then this would lead to the end of religious divisions. And this unification would be a step in the direction of a new world ideology, with the manipulators posing as the ultimate saviors or divine entities. And a lot of this sounds like borrowed prophecy from Revelation. And that fake alien invasion is what leads us into the beast system. Or maybe just the landmark
He
and
just
the
started
timeline.
recently showing himself.
What happened to the drones? People just gave up, huh? I know it's still active, right? Are we letting our guard down? Are we
We know they're the
failing
government
to
drones.
react in the
Remember
manner
that.
that
That's why they're getting
they
federal
expected
charges.
us to? Or maybe this is what they expected. A docile, unshaken, self-interested mass, oblivious. No matter how they go about doing this, the outcome is what matters to them. Widespread spiritual disorientation, preparing us to accept the authority of a centralized power structure. There's the third stage in Manas' theory that focuses on the use of advanced technology to manipulate the human mind on a mass scale. This is low frequency electromagnetic waves targeting the brain to stimulate artificial thoughts or feelings. For example, if they wanted to convince people that they are receiving personal messages from their deity, they can do that. Then there's the fourth stage, which is a staged alien invasion. Not a holographic light show, but an invasion, or a technologically simulated apocalyptic event, like earthquakes, fires, natural disasters. And then the controllers of the operation would present themselves as saviors of humanity. And Manas says that this stage would capitalize on the
I'm not
psychological
feeling nothing
panic
from that chocolate
caused by
crematory
the
now, if you
previous
can tell.
stages. Then people would have little resistance to accepting the new system. And like I said before, this is probably mostly based on biblical prophecy. From Sergei Manas' perspective, or how he would see that playing out. The only real issue I have with this theory, I don't think they're going to have to fake anything. I think most would agree that reality is more complex than what Manas describes. I think he was being nice. People see UFOs every day. Do any of you know how many UFOs have been sighted where you live? Why not? You mean you don't know how many flying saucers flew over your house? You don't know how many times aliens flew over your house? I don't either. But what would it really take to convince people? And do you think they have what it takes? The ability to fake an apocalypse?
Bow, 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 bow.
Every minute of every day.
I'm glad he put that at the end. So, yes. Thank you all for another episode of AhmLit Conspiracies, Project Bluebeam. Yeah. I'm liking these earbuds. I don't know why. Like I said, I figured it out, but I didn't. But it's going to work out a whole lot better. I do know that. I don't know why I've got such a high CPU now. I think it's the background. But yes, as always, thank you for watching and have a blessed day.